Hello everyone. I've been off of here for a while. Some things going on, so I'm back. Anyway, I'm going to make a black raspberry pie. These raspberries was what I froze, and I got some out to make a pie for today. So I'm going to put some water in that. Turn you around there. We got plenty of juice, but I'm going to add just a little bit of water and turn that on. Which one do I turn on? This one. Yeah, that one there. We'll turn that on. Now I had to scoop my chair. And what I'm going to do is when that gets to boiling, I'm going to take them berries out and we're going to make a roux. Just put the berries in, because you want to take the berries out and make the roux and then put the berries back in, or you'll lose your berries. It'll taste like just the gelatin part and nothing else. So let me get my thermos stuff. Get it out of here if I can reach it. Yeah, I put it way back in there. Now, as far as the crust, I'll be cheating. I'll be using Pillsbury because I got some other things to make. Today's raining. I was going to make bread and I thought, I don't know. Sometimes when it's raining, it's a little tricky. Don't ask me how. It just is. But we'll bring these berries up to a boil. Apologize for not having anything on lately, but it's been a while. So we're going to start with berry pie today. Now, what I have is ThermaFlow. This, instead of cornstarch or flour, is a wonderful thing to use. And I put it in this big quart gallon thing because it's for canning, freezing, making pies, all kinds of stuff. I use this to make my pie filling. So I bought a new thing of it and filled that up. And I bought a new thing of yeast and filled my pint jars up and put it in the freezer. Because I had that other yeast in the freezer and I kept putting it back in the freezer. And I had it, I know, 5 years. And it was still good. But I noticed the last batch I did of bread, it rose, but it didn't rise like I thought it would. So, or should, with my thoughts about it. So I only had about that much left, so I pitched it and filled them up again with brand new. New year, new yeast, I reckon. So we'll get these a bubbling, then I'll take them out. And then I'll get some. Well, we could go ahead and do this, I reckon. Let me get a tablespoon. Just get it off the wall. I'm getting new, the kind of seal hooks today so I can start hanging my stuff back up on the wall where I had it. My kitchen decor, which is gadgets. So I'm going to put that in here. There's 1 tablespoon and 2 tablespoons of this to make the filling thicken up. And then I'll put a little bit of water in it. This is a cup measuring cup. So I'll fill it up the rest of the way. With water. That'd be ready for when I put it in the juice. And I don't want to forget sugar, for heaven's sake. That's one item I forget sometimes, the sugar. Okay, I've got to get the measuring cup out. Another one. Still stir this one up. This is starting to boil. So when that boils, we're going to take the berries out. Like this. Because they'll disintegrate on us. Already starting. Boy, that smells good. That berry juice smells really good. Smells like summertime berry picking. Yum, yum, yum. So if you cook these in with that, you're probably going to use a lot of your berries and look like you don't have very many. So now I'm going to go ahead and put the sugar in. You do a half a cup, whatever you want. Stir that around. There's still berries in there, but I'll leave them in there. Bring that back up to a boil. There's a bunch of berries right there I can put in that bowl. Yeah, I used to cook the berries with the juice, and it just seemed like the berries just disintegrated. And I started making the juice first. And the sugar. It's starting to boil good. So now we're going to go ahead and put this Thermoflow in. Permaflow is a little better. Next time I go, I'm going to get Permaflow. But this is great. But I hear that's better from the Amish. They say it's better, so stir that up. Let me bring you over here. There we go. Stir that up in there. See, there's still a little bit of berries in there. Looking good. Just hope it comes off of my green spoon. Leave that in there. See, it's starting to thick up already. Last time I made a black raspberry pie, man, it was good. Like I said, I'm going to cheat on the crust because I don't feel like making crust quite yet. Even though I got the stuff to make it, I just I'm not going to do that right now. I got other stuff to make. See how it's getting thick. Oops. There we go. It's coming to a boil again. See if I got enough in there. Stir, stir, stir. See how thick it's getting. There we go. Now, whoops, I'm going to turn it down. Really starting to splash out there. Let me put you over here while I put this in there. I'm going to put the berries back in there. Remember, it's going to make a little bit of juice too, just being in there. Put that away because it's going to stain up everything. There is your berry cobbler. That's going to be berry pie. We'll turn that off now. I'm going to stick just a little bit of lemon juice in that. Why? I don't know. I've always done it. Let me shake that up. You ever try to shake something up and the lid wasn't on it? That's terrible. A little bit of lemon juice. You won't taste it. Okay. Let me bring you over here and show you. Right there. Now we're going to let this cool down. That'll thicken up more when it bakes in the oven. That'll be perfect texture whenever it gets done out of the oven and cools a bit. Boy, it smells delicious. I'm going to leave that right there. Put my spoon over here. And I'll be back in a second. Okay, I got this pan out of the oven. And I got my Pillsbury pie crusts, which I'm going to use them. We got these before Christmas, so I'm going to use them. I still have my other pie filling mixed stuff in the freezer. Once I get that out of there, that's a whole canister thing full. I can make room for a freezer. That in there. Get that ready. Okay. Now I'm going to take a little bit of butter I melted. Just a little bit, and put on the bottom. Whoops, you need to see this, don't you? I can't stand it when I can't see what people are doing in their cooking shows. Okay. One woman I was watching done sticky barbecued ribs, and I never did get to see the ribs, only when she put them on the plate. I was like all curious about it. So I'm going to butter this so it won't give it a wall to where it won't get through it. Just a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do an egg. I got a little baby whisk, but I don't know what I did with it. It's probably stuck way down in that crock, which I have not got to that yet. It seems like every day there's something to do, something to do, something to do all the time with the house. Okay, now I'm going to put, well, I need my spoon. Let me get it. Took it out of there. Keep pulling my britches up. One of these days I'll probably get a pair of britches that attaches to your undergarment and just let it go. So here I'm going to put this, let me move all this over. I'm going to put these berries in here, in the pie shell, which they are still hot, but I'm going to put them in there anyway. So thick the juice is not going out the holes. I think we'll about use it all. That'll probably swell up a little bit too. Oh, I'm making a mess. I think I'll leave that little tiny bit there to try it out. Okay, now I want to take this egg and go around all the edges so it will stick. Keep wanting to stick it in the butter again. Put the butter egg around there, I mean. Who cares if that's like that? Okay. You see here? Okay, got this ready. Put this on top. I already took the other end of that off. I don't know why I did that. Because I did, I reckon. Because I'm a Pamela. That on there. Press that. Yeah. Might as well eat that. It's tart, but it's got sugar in it. I don't like to put too much in there. We like to taste the berry. I'll tell you a story one time. Somebody wanted me to make them a pie, and I was just green behind the ears, real young mother. And they wanted me to make them a pie, and I was trying to impress them. So I told them I'd make them a berry pie. And I had this woman to make it for me. She made wonderful pies. Because you never want to impress somebody with someone else's stuff, because you learn your lesson quick. So, and I admit my mistakes. I wasn't a Christian then. So, anyway, I had her to make a pie for me, and she made it. We took it home and put it on the table, wait until we seen that person and take it to them. Somebody got into that pie, and they cut a piece out of it. I thought, now what am I going to do? I can't give the person a pie with a piece out of it. So I thought, well, they might as well eat the thing because they already took a piece out of it. So I went to make a pie, and I went by instructions and everything. And I made the pie. It looked good, looked like it would taste good. And I gave it to the person, and I seen them in the store not long after that. Now, mind you, I was only 20 years old, or 21, something like that. And I asked them, I said, how'd you like your pie? And the husband, he was with her, he said, well, it was good. He said, we had to eat vanilla ice cream with it, though, because it had no sugar in it. I said, oh, I forgot to put the sugar in it, didn't I? I thought, in my mind, I was thinking, that's what you get for leaving that pie out for somebody to get a piece. You're supposed to hide it in the refrigerator. So I didn't know what to do. I mean, I thought, well, I'm done with pies for them. And finally, told the story and stuff. And later on, years down the line, after my kids was in high school and stuff, they had some kind of a dinner type thing up the community building. And I made a pumpkin pie, the way I make pumpkin pie, okay, with the brown sugar and all that. Well, her and him just so happened to be up there for that dinner. And I thought, oh boy, here we go. And I made the pie. And by that time, I had a lot of experience. And they called me over, and I thought, here we go. Did you make that pumpkin pie? I said, yeah. And excuse me, I put sugar in it too. I remembered what they said last time. And they said, of all the pumpkin pies we've ate in our life, that's the best we've ever had. And I thought, whew, redemption. So I told them how I make it. And I don't make it like that now much because Dan's got a really good recipe. But if I feel like it, I'll go ahead and make one like that. Things like that, Okay, now we got this all purdied up. Now we're going to, let me wipe that off because it's got berry juice on it. I don't know where my other one went. I must not have brought it with me when I moved over here. So I'm just going to take that and kind of brush it over the top lightly. Little bit lightly. So yeah, I got a lot of stories to tell about my baking and cooking. I know the first time I made tuna casserole, I was so proud of myself. I was pregnant for Tommy. And I was so proud of myself. We lived in a little side apartment on a house. And oh, I was so proud of that thing. And the lady next door, Peg Fry, taught me how to make it. And I went to take it out of the oven and hit something with my hand. And that went all over the bottom of that oven, the door, and down on the floor. There went that. Talk about being disappointed. So proud of something and it turns out that way. So you learn lessons from everything you do, and I learned from that. Take it out lightly. Look what you're doing. Don't be in a hurry. Don't be in a hurry. And about the other one, like, you make sure that pie gets to that person quick. There. I think I got that pretty good there. Just lightly with melted butter, or egg. Melted butter on the bottom, very lightly. Not enough you could taste it, just to seal it. So your bottom's not real soggy. Okay, I'm going to go around like this now. Make sure that's out of them dimples, crevices. Okay, now I'm going to take my knife. I'm going to put a bee. For black. After you cook for a while, you start learning how to do things and you just kind of throw it together. Which my bee looks kind of funny. Anyway, I'll put an R. I'll try to take my time with it. It's always good to take your time doing something. Quit hurrying. The world today wants to hurry and wants you to hurry, and if you don't hurry, then you ain't much to be reckoned with. Sure, someone could have done this very much better than I did. The R looks good, squared off, and the B looks funny. So, do this, that. I want the steam to come out of this pie. That. Things like that. There. Now, I'm not going to lift that up because I don't want it to pour out just like that other thing did. 2 noodle casserole. Here, I'll just get you over here and show you how about that. It's not the perfect lettering, but it'll do. Let's see here. There. Black raspberry pie. Now, turn you around. I'm going to set you here. Take all this trash that I need to throw away. The butter over here. This piece of dough. I'm going to see if that's all off of there. Yeah. Put it right on this tray. That's in case it swells up and decides to spillage over. These pans here are really nice. They're very easy to clean, and they're just non-stick. I bought 2 of them before Christmas. Red and green. So now the oven is preheated. So I'm just going to stick that right in the oven and let it cook for a while. I'll set my timer. Get my grips here. It's going to go on the floor. Turn around here. Put that in there. There. Now all I got to do is clean up my mess, which I love to make messes. And before I make them messes, I realize I need to clean them. So that's what I do. I make sure I'm okay with cleaning my own mess. So anyway, God bless you, and I'll let you see when the pie's out. I'll put a picture down below. Or on YouTube, I'll do a short about it. Okay? God bless you.